Parshas Miketz, Shabbos Chanukah, Tovshinai and Zion, and we're most of the way through Chanukah already. Tonight we lit the sixth light of Chanukah, and we have just another couple of nights. And like we said last week, don't allow Chanukah to just pass you by. I actually heard tonight in a shir on my way here to shir. I was listening to a shir, and someone said that Chanukah flies by; it goes at the speed of light. Not bad, right? But here we are with just another couple of days to Chanukah, and the Shalom tells us that it's extremely vital when we come to any of the holy Yom Tovim, especially the Yom Tov of Chanukah, we need to understand the essence of the Chag. In order that we could do what we need to do on each Yom Tov, and to elevate ourselves and not come out on the other side of Chanukah exactly the same way we went into it, we have to come out with a lot more light. We have to come out growing. So we need to understand what is the essence of the Yom Tov. And suffice it to say that as nice as all the things that we might do on Chanukah, sometimes people think that the donuts and the chocolates and the parties and the gifts are really the essence of Chanukah, but really we know it's very, very much not so. There might be very nice things to do on Chanukah, and they might be a lot of fun, but they definitely do not represent the Iker of Chanukah. And Chazal were really koveya the Yom Tovim of Chanukah and Purim l'doros. That the Yom Tovim of Chanukah and Purim, we know that they are Rabbanan, and Chazal were koveya these Yom Tovim l'doros, and they were made to be celebrated forever. And a big part of both of these Yom Tovim, Chanukah and the next Yom Tov coming up of Purim, is the inyan of Persumei Nisa. The fact that we need to spread the good word. We need to be mefarsein the miracles that happen during that time. And really, why is it dafka here that we perform the mitzvah in public? And Chanukah, the very mitzvah, the big part of the mitzvah is that we actually take the mitzvah and we do it in public. So why do we need to really spread the word that HaKadosh Baruch Hu could perform miracles? Most people, at this point, we know that Hashem could. By Chanukah, there's a big emphasis on the fact that HaKadosh Baruch Hu performs miracles. And also within the mitzvah itself, the Ramah, in Hilchos Chanukah, in Tov Reish Ayin Aleph, tells us that today we actually light the menorah inside the house. Right? And so really, who is the Persumei Nisa for? To who are we spreading the miracle of Chanukah? Who are we spreading for? We know that even if you're alone in your house, a person's home alone, you come home late at night, you still have a mitzvah of lighting the menorah. You still light it, and you light it inside. So why really do we refer, it's Persumei Nisa on one hand, but on the other hand, who is this Persumei Nisa for? It doesn't need to be for a big crowd. Even if all your neighbors are asleep and you come home late at night, like we said, you light. So too, we also, another thing is that we refer to the mitzvahs of Chanukah and Purim. You ever think about this? We refer to the mitzvahs of both of these Yom Tovim by the tzaddikim who brought about the mitzvah. We say every tefillah, and every time we say Bereshis Hamazon, we say Bimei Matzio Ben Yochanan Kohen Gadol. And then when it comes to Purim, we say Bimei Mordechai ve'Esther. Why do we refer to these Yom Tovim? Why do we always go back to the people in whose time the nes happened? We know that by Pesach, we say Avodim Hayinu Lefaroi v'Mitzrayim. We don't say Bimei Moshe v'Aaron. We got out of Mitzrayim because Avodim Hayinu Lefaroi v'Mitzrayim. Why dafka by Chanukah and Purim, where we have this inyan of Persumei Nisa, do we refer back to Bimei Matisyahu and Bimei Mordechai ve'Esther? So the Shalom tells us that there's actually a fundamental difference between Yetzias Mitzrayim and the Nes Chanukah. It says like this: by Yetzias Mitzrayim, what was the Iker Tachlis, the Iker goal, the entire Yetzias Mitzrayim, the entire everything leading up to Yetzias Mitzrayim, was to leave Mitzrayim for what purpose? to become the Am HaNivchar, to become the chosen nations, to receive the Torah, and that was the purpose. We weren't getting out of Mitzrayim just for the sake of leaving Mitzrayim. All the miracles and all the nisim that happened at the time of Mitzrayim were really just a way to get to that point of being Mekabel the Torah, becoming Klal Yisrael. They were all just, the miracles were a way leading up to that. Because really, technically, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, of course, could have done Yetzias Mitzrayim in a very regular way, not with the way of miracles. We did the miracles just to show for a different reason. HaKadosh Baruch Hu performed Yetzias Mitzrayim, the miracles of Yetzias Mitzrayim, to show us that the great love that HaKadosh Baruch Hu had for us. HaKadosh Baruch Hu could have just, at some point, done Derech HaTeva, and we would have been out of Mitzrayim. HaKadosh Baruch Hu wanted to show the love that he had for Klal Yisrael, that he would turn over the world to get us out of Mitzrayim. That is why we had the miracles of Yetzias Mitzrayim. But Chanukah and Purim are very different. The entire goal of the Yontif, the entire goal is the Pirsum of the Nes. That is the essence of the Yontif. That is what Chanukah and Purim are all about. It's not that the Nisim, the miracles, are leading up to something else. The entire essence of the Yontif is for the purpose of the Pirsum HaNes. And Chazal saw that in future generations, we would be going through a very, very long and troublesome and dark Golus. And at times it would be hard for us even to hold our own. There are times where we're weak in our legs, where we're so troubled and there's so much tzaras and galus, it's very, very hard to keep ourselves standing. And Chanukah and Purim are there l'doros, Chazal told us. That when it comes to times of darkness, in the almost 2,000 years of our current galus, we're going to have Chanukah and Purim there to help us hold on through the entire galus. And you know who showed us the way? The ones who began, the ones who lit the light at that time were the tzaddikim of that generation. It was the people, like we would like to say, the stars of the show at that time, the Matisyo and his people, and Mordechai and Esther and their people. They were the one who showed us, Klal Yisrael, how we come to a nes, how we spread an nes, and how we do it. They started it. So the Yom Tov of Chanukah is all about Bimei Matisyo ben Yochanan Kohen Gadol, that they showed us the way that throughout the entire Golus, the way to get the light, the way to have some light in this dark time, the way to do it is the Pirsum HaNes. To go back and understand and remember exactly what happened there. And it was the tzaddikim of that time who showed us how to get through this darkness. And today, if we try and we want, we can reach back for that same light that was in those days. And how do we know? She'alsa nisim la'avayseinu b'yomim ha'hem, in those days. But Bizman Hazeh, that we're able to go back and understand that Pirsumei Nisa means to spread the light of what the people of that generation showed us. That HaKadosh Baruch Hu, no matter where we think we are, no matter how dark the Golus is, it was pretty bad for them during those times too. And they showed us that HaKadosh Baruch Hu would be there for us. And every year at this time, as we always mention, the year goes around. And it's the same thing that we had last year. The hashpos and the influences of what we had every year, Chanukah, comes around once again. And it's tzaddikim who lit the fire back then. It's the same Nes Chanukah today that we look back. And what Pesumei Nisa means on Chanukah, like we said, what is this Pesumei Nisa? It means to ingrain that emunah. And that is the real Nes, that through it all, we're still standing. And we still always go back to that point that every one of us goes back and saying we have emunah in HaKadosh Baruch Hu. We believe in only one being, and that is HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And it's not necessarily for others to see, because that's not the point. Pesumei Nisa, we try to do it for as many people as we can. We try to light out a window or an Yisrael light outside. Yes, we want a lot of people to see, but that's not the ikar point, because as we said, it's ner ish ubeisai. that we have to drill into ner ish, each and every person. The first thing you got to do is talk it into yourself. Teach emunah, drill emunah into yourself that HaKadosh Baruch Hu is always with us. That on Chanukah we come out with a light, with a clarity of emunah that we do not have even the entire year. And at times, yes, there's no one watching. You come home and it's late at night and we're talking to ourselves. This is one of the times that it's okay to talk to yourself. You know, we won't worry about you. You talk to yourself, you come to your house and you say, Sha'asa Nisan Laviseinu V'Mimahim Osmana Zeh, that's Persumi Nisa. You're going back to the emunah of Matisyo. And sometimes when we talk about talking to yourself, we see the Shalom brings a beautiful mimer, a beautiful lesson from the Hallel that we say every day. Emanti ki adaber. How do I get my emunah? How do I make myself actually believe ki adaber? Because sometimes it's hard to think. It's hard to just think of emunah, but ki adaber. I believe because I talk. And I talk it into myself. And I talk to myself. Sometimes you have to repeat things. You have to actually verbalize them and say them out loud. The talking helps. So we go ahead and we say the brachas. And we light the neiros. And that is our statement. And that is our talking. Talking doesn't necessarily have to be vocally also. But by lighting the menorah, we're talking to ourselves. We're adding that extra light, and we're saying that on Hanukkah we're bringing back the emunah that they had, bimei matisyo. No matter how dark life might seem at times, we say we have the emunah and we have the bitachon in Hashem, and that is really the yesod of this Yom Tov of Hanukkah. That is the yesod of Persumei Nisa. Not necessarily to go on the roof and blow the trumpet and attract attention and everything. Yes. We want to show the menorah to as many people as we can. The mitzvah is Persumei Nisa. But Persumei Nisa, what is the nes? The nes brings us back to the emunah of those times. That is the Persumei Nisa. Persumei Nisa for ourselves to teach us that when it comes to Chanukah, that light, that warmth has to burn the whole year. We get a special dose of emunah and bitachon on Chanukah that you're not going to get for the rest of the year. So it comes to a Shabbos Chanukah, and today is Chanukah, and it's Erev Shabbos, and it's Rosh Chodesh. You have, I could actually smell over here, there must be a few delectable dishes about to come out, one for each occasion that I just mentioned. At least I hope so. But anyways, let us use this Chanukah, come out on the other side of Chanukah, different people, understand that it's about emunah, understand what Persumei Nisa really is, and we should talk about Zoicha, that we should see the real light, or Chodesh al Tzion Toyer, that this light of Chanukah should bring the light that we're all waiting for, because Chanukah is a light that is going to burn and should burn in our hearts and our minds forever. But the light that we really want to see, the light of Mashiach, is only going to come if we ignite the light that we need to.